Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Listen, it is September. Hopefully it's September to remember. This is the time you want to be on my channel because it's my birthday month and we are celebrating all month long. Let's go. Well, happy Sunday, good people. Don't mind me. Yes, I am congested. It is annoying, but hopefully by the time this vlog ends, it'll be better. The fact that we are in September absolutely blows my mind right now. I mean, it was just January and I just told you guys Happy New Year, it feels like. And now we're in September and we are close to being 75% done with this year. It is the first day of September, so we're getting a nice little Sunday reset. We've got lots of good things, and good stuff going on this month, and I'm pretty sure that September will be filled with tons of celebration and excitement. And the reason why I say that specifically is because it's my birthday month and I have 12 more days until adulthood. I just want y'all to know we are hitting the ground running because I've already had such a great weekend. I spent half the weekend at my godparents' house while my parents were away for their anniversary getaway. Y'all always know I love staying with my godparents from time to time, so that was basically the main highlight of my 3-day weekend as a whole. And then school's out tomorrow, which makes everything better. Well, today has already started off on a good note as well because, one, it's church day, but of course it's not just any church day, it is Communion Sunday, which is my favorite. It's that one Sunday that makes my church girl heart smile a million times more than any other Sunday besides, Sundays that are shared with major holidays or right before a special holiday. So let's talk about church. House of Hope Atlanta. I left out church last time and we haven't done weekend recap since August, so I'm catching y'all up from church a couple weeks ago. So for praise, Lawrence Flowers led us song by William Murphy, but remixed by Antoine Cooks called Awesome, and that's honestly one of my childhood classics that I love.
Lord, you were awesome. Lord, you were awesome. Hey, Lord, you were awesome. Hey, Lord, you were awesome. Keeps on making a way. Lord, you were awesome. Somebody declare it. Lord, you were awesome. Testify. If it wasn't for your love, wasn't for your grace, I don't know where I'd be without you. If it wasn't for you, you keep on making a way. 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 We got another one. You keep on saving my life. 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 If it wasn't for your love, wasn't for your grace, and you started remembering some stuff he's done for you. And for some of us, we ain't have to think too hard because we can remember just a few things he did this week. Oh, y'all don't really want to bless the God of your right now salvation. I say some stuff he did just this week.
One thing about House of Hope Atlanta, we're always going to get in a good praise somewhere in the service. Like, we will praise, worship, sing, dance, and have a good time every time.
Yes, sir. One more time. As I look back over my life and I think things are all over, I can truly say that I've been blessed.
Lawrence also led the worship song, which was My Worship by Phil Thompson, and there is always such a deep atmosphere when specifically House of Hope sings this for their worship set.
You, Lord, you are worthy, and no one can worship you for me. For all the things you've done for me, no one can worship you for me. Hey, lift it loud, here's my worship. All of my worship. I hear your church, lift it loud. All of my worship, I give it all to you, Lord.
One thing about Lawrence, he's going to exhort the people, and the way it blesses me every single time, it's like Lawrence takes the stage and he transforms the room in seconds.
Somebody ought to stand up in holy boldness. Something just shifted. Something just shifted. He's able to do it. He's able to do it. He's able to do it. I need you to know he's able to do it. No, I really need you to know he's able to do it. I need you to know he's able to do it. I know it's stressful, but he's able to do it. But I need you to know that because of what is taking place in the sanctuary right now, the plan that the enemy had for you just got canceled. You just got a free pass. You just got a free pass. You done praised your way into a good week. I need somebody to give God another shot. Because if he can do it for a week, he can bless the rest of my year. Say yeah.
I honestly think that it's just safe to say that Pastor Smith could not even preach because the power of God was so strong in that room, and we rolled right back into another praise break. You know, I've always loved and respected EnjoyMusic Smith for acknowledging what God is doing in the room and never ever rushing a moment. I'm telling y'all right now, this service goes down as one of the best ones in 2024 for House Hope Atlanta. That service blessed me so good 2 weeks ago, and I hope y'all enjoyed Throwback Sunday. So next up for me is church again, but what's next for y'all is my Sunday morning pictures, and after that I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow and sleep off some of this congestion. Hey guys, we are in my room today. Of course, welcome to Florida. It's still hot outside. I have not vlogged as much as I have wanted to and would have liked to, but hey, I am perfectly fine with being in the AC and talking to you guys. So hopefully when it gets a little cooler, we can go outside and talk and chat and, you know, do what we used to do on the blog. But right now it is too hot. Welcome to Florida. So I have no school today. What a great way to start off your birthday month. I mean, yesterday with that Sunday, September month reset, and then no school today, it's already good. Not too long ago, actually, in Tuesday Talk, I gave you guys a little senior year debrief, you know, that beginning of the year, first impressions kind of vlog to let you guys know how, you know, it's going so far. I completely left out my entire class schedule, and today I'm going to be talking about that. So just to remind you guys, in case you forgot or you are new here, I go to a high school that has the ACE Cambridge program, and I am in that program. We have A-days and B-days. We have 4 periods each day. So the first class on A-day, first period is ACE Media Studies. My best friend / sister, she took this class last year and she loved it, and she also passed, and I was able to see some of the work that she did throughout the year, and so it was good to kind of see that process. And so just knowing that she had passed and did well in that class, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot next year. So now I'm in that class and I am absolutely loving it. You guys already know that I am, you know, a whole media freak, digital design, media production, content creation, of course, just a little bit of everything, and then journalism too, which is what I want to major in. So it's a little bit of everything combined together in that class, and so I really do love it. I also love my teacher. She was my sophomore English teacher, and so it was great not having to go into a brand new ACE class and also get a brand new teacher along with that. And so, you know, just already knowing her and her personality, and she had also had a very high pass rate last year, which was her first year teaching ACE Media Studies. So I was like, girl, exceptional. Second period for me is TV production. I've been in TV production all 4 years. My teacher is a family friend, and so when she heard I was coming to the high school that she's teaching at and that I go to, she was like, you have to be in my class, one way or another. And so I've been in TV production all 4 years and I love it. I'm doing journalism as a career anyway, that's my plan and goal. So it just makes sense to be in TV production to get, you know, experience and work with other people and just have a little bit of everything. Third period, I am a TA for my freshman, sophomore, and junior Spanish teacher. She is the sponsor of the club that I am president of, which is Pep Club. So it just makes sense to have a TA period for her so that I can do Pep Club stuff. And then when she doesn't need me to do anything, I do my homework, and it's just a study hall, and I love it, and it's great. You guys just heard me say that she has been my Spanish teacher for 3 years. I could not be in her Spanish 4 class this year because there was a conflict with my math class. Her Spanish 4 and my math was like in the same period, and I was like, I'd rather get math over with before I go to college. And she was very, very understanding of that. And she was still grateful that I could be her TA. So it all worked out in the end. To end off A days, I have English. I actually have English with my bestie brother. And this is our second year having English together. So like getting to end the day off together is like pretty amazing. So if we don't see each other throughout the day or when we first get to school, we always know that we're going to end the day together. B day, 5th through 8th period, starting with 5th. 5th is my math. I don't like math. I liked math until it got hard, honestly. But yeah, I'm in math now, so we'll see how this goes. 6th period, I have TV production. We have TV production class on A days and B days. My 7th period is another TA period for actually my freshman and sophomore math teacher. Ever since freshman year, she has been begging and pleading and asking and all the things, you know, for me to be her TA. And of course I agreed. We've just built this very special and irreplaceable bond. And yeah, it's just been fun to see her every other day and help her out in her classroom. 8th period, I have a dual enrollment class that I go off campus for. But yeah, that is my class schedule. Very flexible, very easy. I love it. Like only having roughly 3 to 4 like core classes out of 8. Like, it's amazing. I love that every teacher that I have isn't new to me. Like, I've known them, you know, for a while, and I trust them, and I know their teaching abilities are great. And I just know that I'm doing good this year, and that it's going to be a great year. So that's my class schedule. That's part 2 of my little senior year debrief. I don't know how I forgot to put this in the original Tuesday Talk senior year debrief. So what's next for me is going to the store with my mom. We have some things to get for, you know, our house and also for this weekend because my dad is having a men's conference. We're gonna do a little evening grill out because we just like to grill out on summer holidays. So that's what we're gonna do today. I actually had a good short school day today because I got checked out for an appointment. So yay me. And of course on Monday we talked about my class schedule. So both school days, A and B days are very chill for me. So yeah, I pretty much have only had 2 educational classes per se on each day and I have loved it. But yeah, anyways, y'all know what it's time for. Bible studies always on Wednesdays. When I do weekend recap, I'm showing you guys a week in my life of, you know, things that I do or things that I participate in, and Bible study, of course, is one of them. So we're going to talk about church, House of Hope Atlanta, and just some of the highlights from today's Bible study lesson with Pastor Smith. So I love like the Sunday morning preaching and the Wednesday night teaching. Like that's what I grew up on, and House of Hope Atlanta is kind of like the same way, has that same style as well with their church, and I absolutely love it. Today Pastor Smith focused on the topic of embracing a better life with God, and I think like for me, I feel like that's so important to me. And we talked about that even in a recent Get Ready With Me in Devotion episode as well. And I love the points that Pastor Smith brought up today, and it really challenges us to reevaluate our lives and our priorities, our relationships, and attitudes towards certain situations in life.
What does that mean to embrace a better life with God? And so this month, under that theme, we're talking about awareness, realizing the need for change. Awareness, realizing the need to change. Nature is transitioning, but also in our own human experiences, we are transitioning. And when we think about that, the question is, are we transitioning into a better life? Does the life look like a life that's better with God? And as we're learning how to embrace a better life with God, this involves transformational thinking as we transition. And so realizing the need for change or time to transition, it involves self-awareness. Very, very important. 7 pillars of insight for us to consider. What are the values by which we live and work? What are our passions and aspirations? What environments give us energy? What are our patterns of behavior? How do we react to different situations, and what thoughts and emotions underlie that behavior? What impact do we have on others? Because if we're going to embrace a better life And if we're going to really get to where we need to be, there has to be awareness. There has to be awareness of what's not better. If we want people to believe that life with God is better in every way, every day, then what are the things that are not better that are worse? One version says, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you be able to test and approve what is God's will, what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. How do we change? How do we improve? How does life get better? If we really want, because this whole theme is realizing the need to change, right? And so the first thing I want to share with you is the realization that we should not conform. The realization that we should not conform. I still believe that we're required to live a life that honors God and resembles holiness and sanctification. That we ought to try to live a life that honors and pleases God. So what does that mean? The social media is a me world. Self-absorption, self-promotion, self-aggrandizement. And many of us think that the way to top is through our brand and how to promote ourselves and self-promotion. We forgot about the Bible says the way to go high is to go lower. We forgot about the scripture say that your gift make room for you. Too many of us are trying to make room for the gift. So the spirit of the age, there's a spirit that many people have conformed to. And this spirit is not the spirit that represents the spirit of God. I want change in my life. That's where it got to start. By not conforming, not being lascivious and fleshly and carnal and chasing after the dollar to the extent where you lose your soul. We live in a day where people will do anything for money, the love of money. The Bible says that God resisted the proud, and pride goes just before the destruction. Humility and honor are the way up, but you won't see that in the spirit of this age. Not in this me, what have you done for me lately kind of culture that we live in. So if you want to change, right, the realization to not conform, right? All right? But number two, not only should it be the realization that we should not conform if we want to really realize change and be self-aware. But number two, the recognition that we need renewal. The recognition that we need renewal. We're talking about change here. We're talking about self-awareness. That only 10 or 15% of the people have really reached the point where they are self-aware. So that means that 85 to 95% of the people who think they're self-aware are not, because self-aware people always know that we need renewal. And you find it right here in this passage when Paul says, and be not conformed to this world. He says, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So I will never embrace a better life with God. I would never realize the need to change or become self-aware if my mind has not been renovated. And 2 Corinthians 10, for the weapons of warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Casting down imaginations. That's 2 Corinthians 10, I think, around verse 4 and 5. Cast down the imaginations and bring to captivity every thought. Philippians 4:6, he said, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your heart and your mind. Isaiah 26:3 says, if we keep our mind stayed on him, he'll keep us in perfect peace. Philippians 2:5 says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. So there's a realization that we should not conform, the recognition that we need renewal. But third and finally, there's a resolution to be a witness. The resolution to be a witness. Look what he says. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. That you may test, that you may examine, right? That you're going to, it means a verb that you ought to go out and you ought to prove it. You ought to learn. So it means that once you go out and test what God's good and acceptable, perfect will, once you examine it, once you know what's beneficial, what brings joy, what brings the best plan possible, you and I become the proof of what God's will is. So guess what? That's when you and I become a witness. We got to be self-aware because he wants us to be used to be a witness for him, to prove what the good and acceptable and perfect will of God is. Go out and you go out and you do it. You go out and you test it. But then the greater thing is you become it. And this is why we need to change and be self-aware, because God is calling us to be a witness. Listen, as we're talking about embracing a better life with God, you know why some people won't embrace a better life with God? Because they haven't seen it. That's why it's important for us to become proof of what God's good and acceptable and perfect will of God is, so that others can see us and say, you know what? I got proof that life with God is better in every way, every day. How can people want to have that if they've never seen the proof?
So that was Bible study today. I have no homework today, which is very, very shocking. So I am going to go take a shower early, get ready for my church's Bible study tonight, and just kind of chill and take all of this goodness in, because I know once the homework comes pouring in, it won't stop. So I'm enjoying it, while it's calm right now. Hey guys, happy Thursday. Listen here, let's talk about new music that is out right now, specifically gospel music, because we've had some good gospel music released from some of my favorite artists ever, and I'm just excited to share these life-changing projects with you guys. First up, Miranda Curtis. She released an EP. I kind of have to break this down for y'all. So in this EP, Miranda is singing like one continuous 21-minute song, in a sense, but it is broken down into 3 tracks, and the title is different for all 3 tracks. But yeah, that's why it's like that. It's an extended play, an EP, but it is so good. And my favorite track from the EP is Holy Forever. That one just gets me every single time, and I've played it at least every single day since it came out. Miranda honestly is one of my favorite worship leaders ever, especially when it comes to females. I grew up watching House of Hope Atlanta, and since I was a little girl, and at House of Hope, Miranda was actually worship leader for a season, and she's just always been that one. Next, we have Christina Bell, who released an album called Declaration. There is so much goodness in this project I cannot handle. There are about 10 tracks on this project, but my favorites are Making a Way and Consistent. Those are my 2 favorite songs from this record. Christina, she is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, she always has been forever. The way that she brought all kind of vibes into this album honestly shocked me. I was listening to this album in the background and passively, and then I hear Island Vibes, and I'm thinking it's a commercial or something, and I'm like looking twice, and I'm like, this is actually a song that she has that has island vibes on a gospel song, and I was like, I've never heard her do this before. So that was definitely a shock and very funny, but also really cool. And then of course we have to include this one right here, this beauty, this legend, this goat, Karen Clark. She had released her new album called Still Karen. One of her famous, if not the most famous albums she has, is called Finally Karen. And this album, Still Karen, is like a tribute to that album, and I absolutely loved it. At Stellar's 2024 recently, just last month, she did a performance to some of her new music, and when I say I was staring at the TV like, I need this now. We have Marvin Sapp, who is another one of my favorites in the gospel industry, period. He's just another one of those ones that cannot be touched, for real, for real. And he came back like he never left with an album called Then and Now. Let's just say I cried. This album takes you through so much nostalgia. It's literally a journey. I lost my marbles listening to this album for the first time. He touched up some of his old songs and hits that are childhood classics to me, songs that came out when I was either a baby or little girl. And then he added in some new music as well, and I was like, I can't take this. It's a masterpiece. It's a compilation of old and new and remixed even, and just everything in between. This project is a project I didn't even know I needed. It's just too good. And then even though this particular single will be released tomorrow, I'll go ahead and talk about it. Enrique Holmes is releasing another single called God Did That, featuring David Wilford. Now, let me tell y'all, Enrique all by himself is enough for me. And David Wilford is enough all by himself for me. But them two together, I can only imagine what is going to be unleashed when this is released. Because that collab right there, I really don't know what to say. If this collab is what I think it's going to be, I am going to be tore up from the floor up. Recently, Enrique has been on it. He has been on his prime time. Like, he's been throwing goodness for weeks. Like, by the time we've recovered from one single, he's announcing that he's releasing another one. Like, it's just been too good. So that's the new music that's coming out soon to be released. You guys have absolutely no reason to say that there's no good gospel music out right now, because there is. Okay, go stream, download, purchase wherever you get your music from and run it up, because these projects are masterpieces. Hey guys, happy Friday. Get ready with me for school. We have a busy Friday. We have a pep rally today, which means I get to leave class early to help set up for that, because I am pep club president, and it's also game day. Last Friday was our actual first pep rally and home game, and I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely terrified at our first pep rally. I mean, because being an introvert and being the president in front of every freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior teacher and admin was a lot to take in. But I feel like every single time they come in those doors, it's going to be scary, kind of like every single time. But we're only doing 4 pep rallies for fall sports, and I'm just glad that we are halfway done, because today makes our second. But my friends reassured me that our first pep rally was good, and I did end up losing my voice before halftime during the game later that night. And since Saturday, just getting over congestion has been the main monster of this week for me, but I have fully recovered, and I am doing a whole lot better than I was last week. I gotta say, this week has flown by and it's been a breeze. We've got lots to look forward to, and this time next week I will be celebrating my birthday, and I will be 18, and I will be doing an entire birthday week recap, so you guys won't be missing a single thing. For those of you who have been a part of the journey for the past 5 to 6 years, y'all have celebrated with me since my 12th birthday, and y'all have watched me go through so much, and I cannot leave you guys hanging for the birthday of me becoming an adult. I'm excited and ready for a fun weekend, fun night, and then a fun birthday week ahead. And then next up for me is school, but next up for y'all in the vlog is Friday night lights at the stadium.
Later.
Buccaneers got to pick up 21. Once again, 30-21 for the Buccaneers.
Happy Saturday. Well, we're at home today because it's a rainy day. Well, I did get out for a little bit, only to go get my hair done for my birthday week. You know, gotta have that hair done. So I did go out and do that, and now I'm back home and I'm gonna chill, eat lunch, edit the vlog, and get some other stuff ready. Do a little bit of weekend homework that's very, very easy, actually. So I'm gonna get all of that knocked out and enjoy the rest of my evening and enjoy Sunday, because you guys know I love church and whatnot, and I don't want to come home from church and have to do all that stuff. So I'm gonna try to knock it out today. Every single member of my family, my parents and I, we have been busy. My dad just got home a couple hours ago from hosting his first men's conference at a local retreat here, and yeah, he did amazing. It's his first men's conference that he's hosted since becoming senior pastor. So we are super happy to have him back home, but we are also super proud of him as well. And so he's been busy with that. Of course, I've been busy with pep rally, school in general, football last night, and so my mom's been helping my dad a lot with, you know, the administration of the men's conference and just kind of getting loose ends tied and all that stuff. And then my mom has also been here at home with me. Yeah, we are definitely taking this day, this rainy day it is, to relax and regroup and get ready for another week, which is also my birthday week. That's it for the vlog. I really don't have anything else to say besides thank y'all so much for watching and coming along the first week of September with me. At first, I was a little sick and congested, but hey, I told y'all by the end of this vlog I was gonna get better, and I am better, and I am like thriving. I love you guys, and the next time I see you, we will be celebrating my birthday. Bye.